Data is growing and we need to make sense of the world. So just imagine if our world was just a small place, then we can observe everything, right? Then we have patterns in our mind of what works and what doesn't work. But now imagine millions of people in the air all the time flying, tens of millions of cars going around the world all the time, billions of people doing some things that directly or indirectly impact you. So all of that action that people are doing can be recorded. That forms data. So data has become the new natural resource. It's generating all the time. When you buy something, when you sell something, when you move something, when you carry a cell phone, make a call, all that is data. And so many people are doing it. Now our brain doesn't have enough capacity to understand everything. We need to understand patterns. So data analytics is the field of discovering patterns out of data. Just like you go through a lot of ore, let's say, and mine it and then find diamonds in it or find gold. Same way, you have so much data now and you need to dig into it and be able to find the pattern. Because we like to remember the simplest patterns are the greatest patterns. And the pattern that is general, that's accurate, that's simple, those kind of patterns we want to take out. That's why we do data analytics. The other field we ask is why big data? What is big data? Big data is data that cannot be handled in the ways that we used to handle data. You know, if you were doing usual business things, right? Buying, selling, purchasing, those are fairly decent sort of size data that we've gotten handle on how to do. But these days, now there's social media, then there's all these machine-to-machine data like with RFID tags, sensors observing everything, automatically machines communicating with machines. And there's also this web access data. So many people billions of people are accessing websites every day. All that is data, right? Every keyword that you search on, that's data. So all of that is huge, and there are different kinds of data. There's video data, there's audio data, there's text data, there's all the things that you do on Facebook, all kinds of things you can post, you can look, you like data. So with all this data, you want to see what's going on, what's the pattern. And instead of looking for one big pattern around the world, you can say, look at micro patterns. What's happening with people in my community? What's happening with people of my age? What's happening with clothing in that particular segment? All of those micro patterns we can find. So big data is this idea that all possible data without any boundaries. In other words, big data is inclusive. All kinds of data, different varieties of data, any possible volumes. Earlier we used to talk of megabytes and gigabytes of data. Now we talk of petabytes and hexabytes and all those bytes. So they're all like a million times bigger than what we were used to. So existing tools don't work, right? I give the example of data analytics is like being a cook, right? Cooking at home for 2 or 4 people. It's a labor of love. You know how to cook beautifully. Andaz se kaam chal jata. But when you're a halwai, when you're a confectioner and you have to cook for 2,000 people, it's a slightly different task, right? Your tools, your utensils, your bartan, your stove, your storage, your andaz, all that sort of changes. So that's big data. So data analytics is like doing things within some bounds and having better control of data. It's still very interesting to find patterns, how you slice and dice and get patterns. But when it comes to big data, which means that about 1 million times bigger data. So it's not like, we used to call the early data structured data or conventional data or regular data or traditional data. This is big data. The opposite of big data is not small data as much as traditional data that we know how to deal with. So because of proliferation of devices and everything, the amount of data is growing 1 million times. The more data is growing, let's say 5 years, there was more data created in one day, let's say, than was there in all of the data since 1995. From 1995 and before, all of that much data was created in one day, yesterday. So the amount of data exponentially growing. That's the field of big data. And the reason data analytics has become very exciting these days is because the data is growing so much. So they're feeding on each other.